DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, hope you're well, and it is Monday, and on Monday I very often do a few tags. As usual, this will be no exception. I just finished doing Jasmine's last Christmas tag, and now I'll be doing, excuse me, Dave Nicholson's last Saturday tag. Last Saturday. Hi, Dave. Hope that you are well, and here we go with those 7 questions from Dave Nicholson. Question 1. Okay, so Jasmine's was a Christmas tag. This is not at all a Christmas tag. No. As a child, did you ever get physically punished in public? No. No. First off, I was very rarely, I was going to say physically punished, like spankings or stuff like that. It's not that it never happened, but it was never, I was almost going to say it was pro forma, but never in public. That was a private thing. If there was going to be a punishment of some type, and usually a punishment might be, like go stand in the corner or something like that. But it was not something that would be a public matter. No. Question 2. As a child, did you ever get lost from your parents when out somewhere? No, not that I know of. We have had the situation happen with our first son, first son of DC, where he ran off in a park somewhere close to a lake. And it drove us wild and mad. I mean, we were so worried. And as a parent, that's a horrible thing that can happen. But no, as far as I am concerned, no, it never happened. No. You don't want it to happen if you're a parent, I can tell you that much. Question 3. In question 2, and you don't want it to happen if you're a child either. Okay, question 3. When was the first time you realized your parents sometimes lied to you? Maybe for Santa Claus? Because, we knew, we would go to a store. I remember going to a store in a town called Cowansville. We lived in a village, and we went to the town. And my parents were talking, to some salesman. And I found out later it was, for toys. And probably they were having the person put the toys to the side. And my mom would take us somewhere else in the store, and my dad would somehow whisk them away in the car, something like that. And they had discussed it. They had been discussing with negotiating with somebody that worked for Santa Claus or something like that. And I knew very well that was not the case. Anyway, yeah. So related to Santa Claus, I'd say things like that. Okay, question 4. Did you figure out... I said it was not a Christmas tag, but it is in a way. Look here, question 4. Did you figure out that Santa was not real, or did you have to be told? No, we figured it out. We didn't need to be told. We played along, like I just basically with the question before. We played along. And we used to know that when the cookies and milk, and I'll get to that in a second, that we put out for Santa after we were in bed, and that would be there on the table, the leftovers or what. We knew very well it was my dad. And we knew it even more because my dad used to say that Santa would like to have a beer, and we would leave a glass of beer instead, instead of the cookies. It was like maybe a sandwich and a beer or something like that. We knew very well it was not Santa, but we played along. Okay, question 5. Is there one teacher from your past that stands out more than others, and for a good reason? I think, something? I'm thinking of my first grade teacher. It was a lady, Mrs. Boutot. And so she was an unmarried lady, as we used to say in the old days, an old maid. She never married. She was my first grade teacher, and her sister was my second grade teacher. This is a village, eh? And she was really, really special in the sense is that when I started school, it was in a French-speaking school. I didn't speak French. I understood it, but I didn't speak it. My mom brought me there, and I mean, I understood it, and she knew that I didn't understand it, so she helped me through. And my best friend at the time, which we had met in a pre-meeting at the school with the teacher, was a handicapped boy, Luke. He's passed away now, actually. And we got along really well, and she took care of us. I guess we were probably the special need kids at the time, but I mean, and from what I've heard, she always was a very, very good. Well, she was a very good teacher, and she had a very good heart for children that needed to be taken care of, at least in the first period. I mean, like I spoke French almost immediately after because I understood it. And my dad spoke French, and you know, my grandmother, and so on. So, but yeah, I would say that my first grade teacher. Where am I? Question 6. Oh, it's a contrary question. Yeah, is there one teacher from your past that stands out more than others for a bad reason? I was almost going to say there's quite a few, but I am thinking of one French teacher probably in high school. He was a mean dude, and if he didn't like you for whatever reason, and you never knew why he didn't like you, it could be because he didn't like the way you parted your hair or something. It would be he would be not only mean, he'd be physically mean. You know, like if there was something, he'd push you and things like that. He'd bully you, and verbally and physically. And he was, yeah. I guess that's the thing. You know, when you're in high school, you don't expect to have somebody that's going to be like that with people. He would basically bully people into submission. He was a very, very mean dude. Yeah. Okay, that's question 6. And then question 7. As a child or teen, did you ever have a party when your parents were away? No, actually, no. The first party, I mean, we had birthday parties. My mom made a few, not many, but a few. But we were there. I mean, she was there. I mean, and excuse me. When I was 15, we made a party in a hall in the church basement, and we were allowed by my parents to make the party there, but they were there as chaperones. So you see, no, and we never made. Well, I can't remember. Was that Tom Cruise movie? Was it very one of his first movies where people made a party in the house where the parents weren't there, and they tore the house apart more or less? No, we have never made anything like that, and I've never been to a party like that. So the answer pretty quickly is no. Okay, that's it. That is it. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, good set of questions there. Take care and hope that you're all well. DC signing off. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.